Welcome to Season 7 of Deadpool Diaries, and this is possibly the biggest transfer special of this series so far, as Wrexham step foot into the Premier League for the first time. We've got £40 million to spend, and I'm about to tell you exactly how we spent it. And let me tell you, there's some big names leaving, there's some big names joining, and there are certainly going to be some mix-up as we take on the biggest and the best English teams in the Premier League. So welcome to Season 7 and welcome to Deadpool Diaries as Wrexham enter the Premier League. What's going on, guys? My name is Adam, I am a Super Swan, and welcome to episode 51 of the FM21 Deadpool Diaries. Wrexham are now a Premier League team, and it took us 50 episodes to get there. So if this is the first time you're watching this series, if you want to see how we got to this stage, check out the previous 50 episodes. And while you're at it, drop a subscription down below and find out how Wrexham are going to get on in the Premier League. But we are here for a transfer special, and we have completed the transfer window up to the first game of the Premier League season. And things don't get easy in the Premier League, as we will be starting the campaign against Manchester United. I guess it's going to be a baptism of fire for Wrexham. But we're not talking about football games yet. We're only talking about the transfer special. So I'm going to show you the transfer history. And I will have to go back one season, as for whatever reason, some of the early transfers count for last season as opposed to this season. So I'm going to show you the ins we've made in the past season that we made close to the 9th of June, as long as there's some outs as well. So we are going to start by saying we have raided Argentina and Brazil. Now that we can scout the world, I've sent my scouts out to Brazil and Argentina, and some of the players we've picked up are very, very good. And we start with Welton Felipe from Atletico Mineiro for £10.5 million. 27 years old Brazilian. He will be coming in as a 4-star current ability player. And look at these mental attributes. Look at his physicals. I tell you what, he is going to be a very good central midfielder for this year. We've had to promise a few of them that we're going to stay in the Premier League, so if we do get relegated, it's going to be quite bad news for us, but I'm confident with the squad we got, we are going to stay in the Premier League. But Welton Felipe from Atletico Mineiro, he's going to be a very solid centre midfielder, can also play deep lying playmaker as well, so we can rotate him into the defensive midfield position as well. Balanced, looks pretty good, and in 27 years old, he is in his prime. So we're not developing him, he's already at where he needs to be. Second signing, Luis Denise. You know, got to go for the name value. I think I signed him purely for his name. But Luis Denise, he's going to be coming in as a right winger, cutting in on the left. He's a 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. Very similar, I've had to promise him we're going to stay in the Premier League for him to sign. But he does look like a very competent player. Very good physicals, good technique, good first touch. He's got 8 finishing, 9 crossing. So that's the only down thing for him. But he does have room to improve, and he is only 20 years old. So he does have that sort of growing room. So he'll be competing for a place on the right-hand side. And he only cost us £2.5 million. So not exactly breaking the bank to bring him in. We have signed a new right-back, Ethan Laird. He's going to be our starting right-back for the season. He comes in from Eintracht Frankfurt. £4.9 million for him. He's 3.5-star current ability. He's an upgraded version of Jayden Bogle, who Jayden Bogle did leave the club. He didn't sign a contract, so screw him. If he doesn't want to be part of the Premier League, that's on him. But we've got an upgrade anyway, Ethan Laird. He's the new Jayden Bogle. Good physicals, good crossing. He's going to be bombing up and down the right wing. We've got a superstar striker from Argentina, Nahul Ulriaga. He comes in from Independiente, and he is your typical Argentinian wonder kid striker. He is 22 years old, so, he's not as young as some of the players, but he's already developed quite a lot. He's got very good physicals, 16 dribbling, 14 finishing, 12 first touch. He's going to be competing with Giza Jarvis to start up front. I am training him to be a right-hand inside forward, because I think he would be a very good inside forward. But Uriaga, he's going to be one of our superstar players for next season. And then we've got Elias, which is a Deadpool signing. So Deadpool has brought in some players during the transfer window. I mean, we did have 40 million to spend. He was probably licking his lips at the chance to sign some players. So he did bring in Elias for, I think it was like £2 million or 3.8 million. 3.5 star current ability. He's going to be the left-hand side inside forward. He's a pretty good player. He's not too bad. He's got no greens, but he's pretty solid in the positions he wants to play. He cuts inside from the left wing already. He can play striker as well. So Elias, not a bad signing from old Deadpool. Comes in from Gremio for 3.8. It does look like he has reached his potential already, but for a squad player, Elias may, turn good. I think he's a decent player. And then the out from this season was George Edmondson, which I told you about in the last episode. He's gone to Norwich for £6 million. He kicked up a fuss. He wanted to leave. Even after we reached the Premier League, he wanted to leave. So I told him, do you know what? On your bike, son. Get out of the club. George Edmondson spent a few years with us in the Championship, but he's now gone to Premier League Norwich. So those are the first lot of signings we have brought in. So we'll move on to the latter signings that we've brought in, and there's a few shockers in here, let me tell you that. We're going to start with the outs, as there are some notable names that have left the club. Rodell Richards has left the club. He's gone to Ross County. He was on loan at Larne last year, so we didn't really see him, but Rodell Richards was an important player for us when we were in League One. He scored 19 goals. He even scored 11 goals from the wing in the Championship in our first season, but as we upgraded the squad, he kind of lost his place in the side. He's gone out to Ross County on a free transfer. Bogle went to Derby County. I think they're in the Premier League, so Jayden Bogle may come up against us in the Premier League, but he refused to sign a contract. He wouldn't want to be a squad player, but apparently he's happy to be a squad player for Derby. So, screw you, Jayden Bogle. Didn't even like you anyway. Adrissi's left. He's gone to Cadiz for £3 million. I think as we reached the Championship, it was important to get some experience, and he did just that in our first couple of seasons, getting that kind of, bit of experience at that level. But again, fell out of favour, didn't really play in the season we got promoted, so he's gone to Cadiz for exactly the amount of money that we paid for him. So we've only lost money on his wages, but Adrissi was important to our development, but we have now outgrown Asuma Adrissi. And then the most surprising transfer of this summer transfer window. Now, do you remember Junaid Bartlett? And if the answer is no, I'm not going to hold it against you, because we signed Junaid Bartlett last year. Signed him from South Africa. We couldn't get a work permit for him, and I remember saying at the time, I think I've messed up this transfer. So we couldn't get a work permit for him. We sent him on loan to Dusseldorf in Germany. Come back, still couldn't get a work permit. So again, I was thinking of loaning him out, back to Germany, try and get nationality. Brentford come in with £26 million. Yeah, fine, have him. He managed to get a work permit for Brentford. I don't know how that works. It might be down to the value of the transfer. I think that's what it's down to. But either way, we've got £26 million for a player we signed on a free. That's like £26 million for free. Yeah, fine. Yeah, have him. Have him. Absolutely fine. You have him. So, I mean, we look at his scout report. He was 3-star current ability, 5-star potential. I mean, if he turns out to be the next Messi, then maybe it was a mistake. but I don't think he is going to be the next Messi. So, Junaid Bartler, we hardly knew you, but we made £26 million off you. So, thank you very much, Brentford, for spending stupid money on a player we never even used. So he's gone. He's gone to Brentford. And then the other out is going to be Jan Malakar, who we did sell to Fenerbahce. They came in with a bid. With the new signings, he wasn't going to get regular game time. So I did decide to cash in while I could. And very similar, I guess, to Rodell Richards. When Malakar came in, he was a player that we needed to kind of get that experience in the side. And, you know, for the 3 years he was with us, especially that second year in the Championship, he was our main striker. 22 goals. We did shift him out onto the wing in the last season, but, 15 goals, 10 assists. He was a solid player. We have made a profit on him, so Jan Malakar, a player I've had in FM21 and I had him in FM19 as well, has served me very well, and I wish him all the best out in Fenerbahce. So those are the outs. Now let's have a look at the ins, or the new players that we've brought in. So again, we have raided Brazil for a left back called Glober. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Glober? Glaber? It's probably good. I'm going to mix between the two. But Glaber comes in. He's our left back. He comes in for Corinthians. I think it was 15 mil we spent on him. Very good physicals. Very quick. He's got good off the ball. He's got decent, okay positioning. 9 crossing, which isn't the best, but he will be our starter. He does have 5-star potential. He is a wonder kid. So again, room for improvement with Glaber. So he's going to be our starting left back for the year. We have brought Ben Young back from Manchester United on a loan. I was a bit worried we couldn't get him back now that we're in the Premier League. But he is back at the club, and he is on loan for a 3rd season at Wrexham. He was very solid for us in the midfield. Very good attributes. We all know about Ben Young. So it's good to see him back for a 3rd year at Wrexham. We got a new centre-back in Guido Mazza from River Plate for £12.5 million. Again, raiding Argentina for their good players. 16 agility, 18 fitness, 17 jumping, 17 stamina. You know, he's got all the traits for a good centre-back. 6'6". He's a tank. We needed to strengthen the centre-back position. So, Guido Mazza, he's going to be a starter for us at centre-back. A Deadpool signing, Dante Casanova, 135 grand. He's going to be our backup right back. He's nothing special. 2.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. I don't rate him, but then we only spent 200 grand on him. So again, for 200 grand, he can do a job for us as a backup backup right back, rather. So he comes in from Spurs, I think we signed him from. Yes, we did. Tieron Somerset, another Deadpool sign-in. You're not going to see him. He's in the under-23s. 1.5, 3-star potential. You're not going to see him. We've got Mario Gila, another Deadpool sign-in. He's a centre-back. So we have signed 2 strong centre-backs to compete at the back. He's a 3.5-star current ability, 4-star potential. Comes in from Real Madrid, but in all fairness, he has been loaned out for the last 6 seasons. So it's not as if he's been a regular starter at Real Madrid, but he's got experience in La Liga and Ligue 1 in France. So hopefully Gila can bring a bit of experience to a newly promoted side. We've got a player we've stole from Chelsea, Ayo Fasi Fahiri, £2.1 million. He was out of contract at Chelsea, and they didn't want to re-sign him, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to sign him. And yeah, he's come into the club. 19 years old, 2.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. So very similar to Jason Lawrence, our other youngster. We're going to keep an eye on his development, see how he gets on. I'm going to train him to be an inside forward or even an inverted winger. But yeah, I think we've stolen one of Chelsea's hot prospects. Not sure why he left them. But hey, bonus for me. I'll take him. Absolutely fine. And I'd say the final signing is Paulio Sergio, £18.5 million from Atletico Mineiro. This was a pointless signing. I didn't need to sign him. I've already got my players where I want them. But when I see a wonder kid 18-year-old Brazilian striker, I couldn't help myself. I wanted to bring him in. So we do have another striker at the club in Paulio Sergio. 4-star current ability, 5-star potential. He is fickle, so I'm going to try and hopefully get him trained up to be a model citizen. But Paulio Sergio, a very unnecessary transfer. And the final thing to show you is going to be the squad depth. So this is how our team is going to line up for the season. I'll put it in its normal sort of positive attacking formation. So we got Soto and Walton, very good choices. Glober's the first choice left back, but obviously we got George Bello to be the backup there. We got Lawrence, Mazza, Gila, and Bednarek as our centre-back options. We've got 3 real strong centre-backs, and Bednarek was one of our best players last season, so I'm happy with that. Laird's going to be the first choice right back. Relish isn't going to play right back, but we've got Casanova to be the backup there. Centre midfield, we've strengthened very much in the centre midfield. Soares, Relish, Welton Philippe, Ben Young, Callum Barlow. Those are going to be the attacking midfielders there. Elias is going to be the first choice on the left alongside Giza Jarvis. Soares, Paulio Sergio, Relish and Denise can play in the middle. Lahaji, Huriez and Denise can play on the right. I think I am going to loan Huriez out because he's not going to get options on the right. He's not going to get a starting place up front. So Huriez, I think we're going to loan out this season for development. And up front, we've got 3 solid strikers, Uriaga, Sergio, and Giza Jarvis. So I'm very happy with the strength of the squad. I'm happy with how it looks. So that is the squad for our first Premier League season. And to put into perspective how good this squad is, the season preview puts us at 15th place. I will take 15th. If we finish 15th in our first season in the Premier League, I will be happy. We just need to avoid relegation. So the teams like Derby, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Leeds and Middlesbrough, they're going to be the sides we need to get the wins over. We can get wins over Newcastle, Norwich, Fulham, Southampton, Brighton. If we can challenge them and get a few points from them, and then write off the top 10, I think we'll be good. I think we'll do good this season. Because this season's all about survival. And things don't get any easy, as we're going to start the season off next time against Manchester United. Baptism of fire. But that is your transfer special. That is the side. I'll show you the tactics, because that'll be the lineup that's going to be going up against Man United. So a few new signings. It's all happening at Wrexham. Let's tune in next time for the start of the Premier League season. But leave a like if you enjoy, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager 2021 content. We will be uploading Deadpool Diaries every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 6 PM GMT. The Premier League kicks off next time. Wrexham's first ever season in the Premier League. And we're going up against the notorious, the reputable, the worldwide club, Manchester United. Thank you very much for watching.